Well, we mentioned they're big at the guards for sure. Their left guard, Andrew Stoltman, is 6'3", 310. The right guard, Gabe Liepelt, is 6'1", 255. They've also got a 255-pound left tackle. So they've got some good size up front. And certainly the guys on the interior, the guards, are very good when it comes to run blocking. And as Brendan showed you, talked about it was a great replay, the size of the hole that the offensive line opened up. So Dennis Gilbert called timeout after that play to talk to his troops defensively, as he wants to see them try and make a stand here. In the meantime, Timon continues driving. Now they're down to the Marauders' 30-yard line. And really, Timon has played a good game. I mean, it's just, hang on to the ball. I mean, you look at it and say it's 21-6. They've had a couple of turnovers. The last one was cashed in for a touchdown. First down and 10. May's going to try and find a little room there, and there is no room to run for the senior quarterback.
No, and this time,
Brandon May, no gain, tackle by number 21, Ryan Conchef.
St. Joe's to not allow anything to happen there. Ryan Conchef, 21, is the one that really comes up, and he really blows up the play because May was running right in the hole that Conchafter is really shooting the gap to. It didn't allow him to get that play off.
Solid linebacking core for Marauders. You mentioned Conchafter, 39 tackles this season. Jake Bomberski, Louis Suarez Jr. are the other two linebackers, both in the mid-30s range in terms of tackles. So a solid group of guys back there. Second down and 10. May out of the shotgun. They go with the four-receiver set. Stacks them in two on both sides. May looking left. Throws. Nice grab by Lamar. He's inside the 5. First and goal for the Timon Tigers.
William Lamar. Out to the St. Joe's 4-yard line. First down and goal.
Nice play call by the Timon staff here. You take a look at it again. They do the play action. They fake the handoff. And Lamar gets himself inside 4 different St. Joe's defenders and just kind of plants himself in there. Has to go up to the ball, but that's what you want to see from your receiver. Go up, get the ball, and bring it in. That's Lamar's third catch, and all the really nice catches in traffic.
You know, they're down one of their better receivers. They lost Hunter Lancaster about midway through the season to an injury. But guys like Lamar and Tyler Ringwood have really stepped up to help Derek Simpson out of the receiving corps. Thomas with the give. Thomas towards the end zone. He is in. They give him the touchdown. Thomas broke the plane of the goal. The Tigers answer with a touchdown, and they pull within 9 at 21-12.
See, just like that, Howard, we talked about how Timon had played a good game so far, despite the fact that being down 2 scores. Now if they get the 2-point conversion here, it's a 7-point ball game. So after that disastrous start, it really doesn't hurt you all too much. Now the difference is they got to stop St. Joe's on offense.
Well, again, if you joined us late, Timon fumbled the opening kickoff. Of course, St. Joe's fumbled it right back. And then on Timon's second possession, Brandon May was picked off, and that was turned into a long touchdown run by Darren Thompson when Joe's went on offense. So Charlie Comerford sitting there saying, hey guys, we're right here. We're in this game. Hold on to the football. They'll go for 2 and try and make it a 7-point game. May out of the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Comes back, throws over the middle. It is incomplete. He wanted Tyler Ringwood. Miles Young was in there. I don't know if somebody looked to have gotten a hand on it. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And May, I don't know if he got shaken up or he's mad or what, but he's grimacing a little bit as he got up. And it's 21-12 St. Joe's with 7:53 left here in the second quarter.
Well, take a look at this, because this is the touchdown first. And just a great effort by Renzo Thomas. I mean, just really keeping those feet moving, keeping the wheels turning. Watch it again as he gets hit at about the 2-yard line. He still presses forward. And when you're on the sideline, you've got to love that as a head coach. And you show your guys, like, listen, that's how you fight. That's how you don't give up on that play. Now, on the 2-point conversion, I believe this is tipped by 22. Watch 22.
That's Bomberski. Yeah, nice play. Good job, Brendan. Yeah.
Was the one that got his hand on that and just disrupted that play a little bit. And May went down at the end, and we'll have to keep an eye on.
See, he was grimacing when they went to get up. That's why I couldn't tell what happened to him. So there's the drive, the recap. 5 plays, 61 yards, a Renzo Thomas 4-yard touchdown run, but the big catch by William Lamar set that play up. And the Tigers are battling back. They're down 9 as they get set to kick the ball off. Darren Thompson, one of the deep men to receive for St. Joe's. Well, what did we say about a Renzo Thomas when we talked to Coach Comerford? He said he's not big. He's listed at 5'7", but this kid finishes his runs. Yeah, yep. And he gives you 100% every play. Onside kick, but it's not going to go 10 yards. St. Joe's recovered anyway, but it only went 7-8 yards, so it's Marauders football. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Timon got it, but it didn't go 10 yards.
Yeah, Howard, when we talk about Lorenzo Thomas, when we take a look at this again, he used to go 10 yards and never gets.
It kind of took a left turn there.
Quite to the 50-yard line. But with Lorenzo Thomas,
Illegal touch.
he's that
By the
prototype.
team.
Talk about Buffalo
St. Joseph
guys.
take the ball at the spot.
You bring your lunch pail to work and you bust your butt. You work this skill. That's the type of kid that he is. I mean, he just goes in there and just goes and just busts it every single time and just really just forces his way in there every single time. And for a smaller guy, you love to see that because he works so much harder to get those same things.
An illegal touch because the Tigers touched the football before it went 10 yards. So St. Joe's got it at the spot. That's Thompson on the pitch. Swings outside, breaks one tackle, and gets towards the sideline for a pickup. He broke the tackle of Dennis Mann on his way to the St. Joe's sideline. Thompson has a 57-yard touchdown run in this game. There have been some big touchdowns. 57-yard run, 70-yard run, and a 62-yard pass, the 3 touchdowns for St. Joe's. So big play offense.
Thompson had a big hit. When they played on Halloween, he had that interception return. He also had an offensive touchdown in that game. There's a lot of guys for St. Joe's that had big nights that night 2 weeks ago. But this is a much different complexion of the game because that game really got away from Timon in the second quarter where they got outscored 16-0 after being down 14-8 after that tough start. So got to give credit to them. I mean, they're hanging in there.
Archer hangs in there, avoids the sack attempt, and he's got a big gain. Archer still, oh man, is he crushed as he gets down to the Timon 25 and he holds on to the football. Man, that is one tough dude. That was a big hit.
Yeah, Gavin Caulfield.
David Archer with the run.
Just
Tackled by
wait until
Gavin Caulfield.
That's a traditional Timon Tigers play. I mean, Timon's always been known, those South Buffalo guys, they love to just go in and lay the lumber. Watch 23 Caulfield come right in here and just with the shoulder just pounds it. But you got it on the other side. You got it like Archer. He pops right up after this. He's like, all right, I'm good.
Oh, that hurt up here. And I'm like, how far away are we from the field? That hurt up here. Archer from the 25. Give him credit for hanging on to the football. He drops the snap, but he falls on it. It'll be St. Joe's ball. They'll lose a couple yards. The way his head snapped, like his body snapped back, is what gets it. We're going to take another look at this. If we had a hit of the year contest, this would be in it.
Well, and you see, Archer's looking that way. He sees it coming. I mean,
clean hit, too, obviously.
Look at his eyes. You look at Archer's eyes.
Yep.
He sees Caulfield coming. He knows he's about
Yeah, he's looking right.
He's looking right at him and knows he's about to get wet.
They're showing the replay on the Jumbotron here, so the fans from both schools are reacting to the hit. Oh, I hope he's okay. He had a concussion earlier this season. Now, that was a clean hit. He didn't get hit to the head, but I hope everything's okay.
Well, you see him. I mean,
Looks a little dazed, and quite honestly, I would be too. He did have a concussion. He missed some time, and it's interesting. Dennis Gilbert said he thought Archer was a little tentative when he came back, but just in the last few weeks, he said he's showing more confidence in his throws and his decision making, and hopefully he's okay. You know what? He didn't get hit in the head on the hit, but when he went backwards, he hit Tyler Ringwood. I thought maybe his head might have hit Tyler Ringwood when he was going backwards. There's Mike McCarthy, number 8, on the sideline.
Remember, Mike McCarthy is eligible to play, and importantly, we can't stress this enough, they cleared all his paperwork beforehand to make sure that he'd be eligible to play in this game.
If we get a chance, we could cue up the replay again. I want to see the end of it after he got hit. So Archer getting attended to on the sideline, 2nd down and 12, and that's Jalen Nelson in the game at quarterback. They'll hand it off. And they'll lose yardage, much to the delight of the Timon Tigers fans behind their bench. Now watch the end of the play, not the hit by Caulfield. Watch what happens at the. You can't tell from that angle. His head goes back, and I thought it might have connected with Tyler Ringwood from the Timon Tigers. So they're attending to Archer on the sideline, and Jalen Nelson will stay in the game and play quarterback, sophomore. Yeah, he is a sophomore, and I guess Mike McCarthy would be the 3rd quarterback, even though he was a starter last year and was injured back in June. So 3rd down and 13, and we'll see what Dennis Gilbert does here on offense. He is his own offensive coordinator. He calls the plays, and we'll see what he comes up with out of this.
You always say with college coaches, they always say next man up. Jalen Nelson came up from JV. He's the next man up.
St. Joe's.
Take the time out.
So they'll talk things over as Dennis Gilbert brings his team to the sideline, and they still work on David Archer. So this is the last time we'll take a look at that hit again. We've got the sound on it too as they take a look at him. So here's that last play. Man. Yeah, and you can hear the crowd reacting. You're right, Brendan. Look at it. He just popped right up. That's a tough football player right there, popping right up. So we'll see what Dennis Gilbert does with his offense here on 3rd down and long. The ball is back at the 27-yard line. They've got to get down just inside the 15 for a 1st down.
Well, is this a
Contact?
Contact issue? Because he's been messing with
His eyes.
that left eye.
Yeah.
For the most part that we've seen. I don't know if he's woozy or
They got
yeah,
like cleaner fluid or something. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Solution over there. So I'm wondering if this is more of a contact issue than he was woozy.
Well, when they the first shot of him on the sideline, he was rubbing his eyes with his fingers.
He was
Yeah.
messing with his left eye. So,
Hopefully that's all it is.
yeah.
Because he's having a good game, and obviously you don't want to see anybody get injured. He's having a good game so far for St. Joe's. You want to make sure he's okay. In the meantime, Charlie Comerford and Dave Comerford's defense, the dad is the defensive coordinator, trying coming up with a big stop here, maybe 2 big stops. Surace is a good kicker, but this is out of his range. So Nelson under center. Masters in motion. Trips left. See if they let Nelson put the ball in the air. Nope, he'll toss it, reverse it. Now they're going to throw it. Thompson throws it short. Pick, Derek Simpson. Timon takes the ball away up past their 15-yard line.
And that's a big play for Timon because you stop.
Interception by number 1, Derek Simpson.
Opportunity to score. And Derek Simpson comes up with the interception. This play call is similar to what we saw before of the reverse of Miles Young's story. This time, you've got Thompson passing the ball, and he just did not get any air under that whatsoever. You see, he lost it up. He gets hit, but that's just a wounded duck as it goes up, and Simpson able to make the interception. So after the botched onside kick, they're able to get the ball back, and now with 5.5 to play, if you march downfield and get a touchdown here, you can make this a game as both teams have 2 turnovers, although St. Joseph scored off both of the time and turnovers.
Brandon May throwing on 1st down. He loves that sideline throw, and he's got a one-on-one matchup, and he's got it. Tyler Ringwood goes up and makes the play against Miles Young, and the Tigers are out past their 40.
It's the same exact play. They're just sending that fly pattern down the sideline. May is just locking the ball up, letting his receivers make the play, and you can see they're picking on Miles Young on the other side. When Young was on Simpson, they were picking on Miles Young. Now they've moved over, as Young has moved over, now they're looking for Tyler Ringwood as he catches it off the shoulder, and that's really something to keep a watch for. I mean, Miles Young is the one that's been getting picked on.
Well, I know
on these plays.
Dennis Gilbert felt pretty good about his matchups with the corners, Thompson and Young, against the receivers for Timon, but Young struggling a little bit in this game. So from the 42, the Tigers offense gets a big gain on 1st down, 25 yards. Thomas with the run across the 45-yard line, up around the 47. So you look at it, and it was a rough start for the Tigers, about as rough as you could have, and yet you're down 9 and you're approaching midfield, and they got to be feeling good about this.
Well, there's still a ton of time left in this 1st half, and really you changed the complexion of the game because early on it was 14-0, and then you seem to throw a touchdown since then, with Timon scoring and St. Joe scoring and Timon scoring again. So now, if you can score here, you got a little bit of confidence going into halftime. Remember, they're just deflated at halftime of the regular season game. So this is a huge bonus for Timon.
May hands it off to Thomas. He gets to midfield. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. It was 14-0 at the end of the 1st quarter. And then Timon scored on the first play of the 2nd quarter, a 4th down and 3 from the St. Joe's 4-yard line. They threw a 4-yard touchdown pass. St. Joe's came right back on the big 62-yard pass for the touchdown to Miles Young. Then Timon came back after that on their last possession that ended with a touchdown run. And there's Mike Burke, lacrosse coach from Timon, the incredibly successful lacrosse coach from Timon.
Let me say, they're a team that's ranked nationally. They've sent a lot of kids to a lot of Division I programs. I mean, they've had just an amazing run downtown, and Mike Burke mentioned, just a huge part of building that program, and just an outstanding job.
3rd down and 2. May's going to keep it, and he's going to be short. Gain about a yard, which would give them a 4th and 1. Of course, Timon, The reigning Monsignor Martin champs in lacrosse, they beat St. Joe's at All High Stadium last season for the title.
Yeah, we mentioned it. A lot of these guys are lacrosse players as well. And, you know, right after this, I mean, these guys, I bet you they've been having their stick in their hand on Wednesday nights.
I was going to say, they're probably keeping active in it, right?
Playing on the side, yep.
Yep, playing year-round, doing whatever you have to do to keep active with it. So they are going to go for it on 4th and 1. See if May keeps it himself. Big 6'1", 210-pound quarterback. He's got a Renzo Thomas, tough as nails running back, lined up back at his 45. St. Joe's ready to go, and, well, something was wrong with the snap. Yeah, the center. I thought he did, yeah. I thought you could see him snap it, right, Brendan?
I believe he snapped it and pulled it back.
That'd be on Gabe Issa.
Yeah, so they're calling a snap infraction, so that's exactly what happened. That's strange. Watch the center. Watch him. He's going to pull it and then pull it back.
Yeah. Psych. You can't do that, huh? You can't do that? Go like, psych!
I've
no?
never seen that.
All right. Well,
I've never seen that.
I thought it was funny myself.
And
yeah.
you see him afterwards, he's slapping his head.
Oh,
he
man.
knows. He's like, what am I doing? I know better than this.
I was going to snap it, but they started moving, so I thought, well, this is a bad idea. I'm just going to hang on to the football.
Yeah,
So Gabe Issa, the center, is called on the infraction there.
I thought it was the fun version. I thought you were going to touch it. And then
I'm going to run. Let's go. All right, that works.
Don't you remember that from the playground?
So now it's 4th and 6. Now instead of May maybe keeping it himself, now you got to figure they're going to put it up in the air. Although he does have Thomas lined up next to him in the backfield. 4 receiver set. They rush 4. And pressure. May under pressure trying to get out of it. The ball comes loose. No sign of any incomplete pass, so it's a free football, and the Marauders dive on it. And it looks to be St. Joe's football. I've seen no indication other than a free ball, but I haven't seen him point. Now it is St. Joe's football. Well, I was just curious if was he trying to throw the ball out at the last second as he was being sacked.
Give an indication at all. And watch May again.
No, it just came out. Yeah. That's Robert Hellbringer, I think, or was it 59? I thought it was 58. 59, Anthony Pontello, who got the pressure, the sack, and the forced fumble. I wasn't sure if May, live, if his arm had moved forward or not, but clearly on the replay you could see it didn't.
Yeah, McKenna was also in there as well.
So St. Joe's takes over on the 43. And that is the 3rd turnover for the Tigers. Thompson breaks the tackle and gets a positive play out of that. Before 2nd down, let's check in with Amy Audibert. She has a report from down on the field.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We saw David Archer go out there, and you did see him continually get flushed out. It was his left eye. He did have a contact in there. When I did talk to the trainer, I said, was it a contact issue? And she said, well, yeah, but he also did get gouged in the eye. So when you take the contact, it almost flipped in behind his eye. But he did put on his helmet. He is standing up, so you'll see him soon enough. Back upstairs.
Excellent. Good to hear, Amy. Thank you very much. So gouged in the eye. That can't be fun.
Eye gouge.
That's not fun.
Return is probably.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 from the 40. And we'll see what Nelson does here. Under pressure and sacked. Desmond Stevens drags down Jalen Nelson for a loss. And 3rd and long coming up. Sorry, I'm Brandon May, I guess. My bad. No, it was Desmond Stevens. I got it right. I was listening to the PA guy. I thought the PA guy had it right. That's Desmond Stevens, number 8.
Desmond Stevens just gets a handle of that long sleeve shirt on there and just does not let go.
Was worried at the end, almost like he was going to get like a part of the face mask there at the end.
And that's Archer back in there, by the way.
Yep.
Pulls him down on the rollout. And now you've got a 3rd and long with a minute to go. And this is tough because Timon's got all 3 of their timeouts. And if I'm Charlie Comerford, I mean, I would seriously think about taking a timeout before this play and really forcing St. Joe's to do something with about a minute 20 left. But you didn't take the timeout.
They got to get to the 33 for a 1st down, so they'll play it safe. Thompson is tackled around midfield.
Now we should see a timeout.
And they do stop the clock with 40 seconds to go. And they will talk things over. And I would assume we'll see St. Joe's punt the ball away here on 4th down and about 16 from the time in 49.
Yeah, with 40 seconds left, and you want to reverse the field here. So, it's easier for us up in the booth that we can second guess calls, but Charlie Charlie Comerford had taken time out before that third down, you would have added about 30 seconds left in the spot, and you've got a quarterback that's got an arm, so I mean, you still might be able to get something here. But now, if you're Dennis Gilbert's team, you want to get a punt off, and you want to pin them inside their own 20-yard line.
So neither team converting off the turnovers there. Remember, it was the interception by Derek Simpson that gave Timon the ball, but then Brandon May fumbled on the sack, and now it does not appear that St. Joe's is going to be able to do anything off of that takeaway. 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. You see St. Joe's leading at 21-12. Now the winner of this game will move on to the championship game in the Monsignor Martin Association. That'll be right back here at Ralph Wilson Stadium next Thursday night at 6, and they'll play either Canisius or St. Francis. Canisius is the top seed, and St. Francis the 4 coming up in the other semifinal. Louis Serace Jr. on for the punt. Nope, they snap it short and they try the old fake, and Timon snuffs it out big time. Connor McKenna trying to run, and that didn't work. And a little interesting move there, huh? With 33 seconds to go, you're giving Timon the ball at the 45 with a quarterback who can throw it.
I like the idea with McKenna with the trickeration there, but now you're giving Timon, who's a good passing team, only 45 yards in 33 seconds. So now for Charlie Comerford, I guess Charlie Comerford played that right by saving his timeouts, because now he's got a timeout to save.
Well, the big thing is,
they can throw across the field and still call a timeout.
Well, that's why the big thing for me, I thought if you punt it, the kid's got a good arm, and you're giving him a drive start at the 45. I was a little surprised at the fake punt there, only because you give May a chance to maybe get some points here at the end of the first half. We know he can throw it downfield. Forced out of the pocket, directing traffic. Now he's just going to have to run, and he wisely runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 26 seconds to go.
Second down.
7 seconds on that play. So you've got a couple yards, and you're a little bit closer, but work with it. You've got a timeout, so you can work the middle of the field.
Yep. Well, they like throwing the sideline pass. We know that. The question is, will they look for the middle of the field? The big passes for them have predominantly been on sideline patterns. Dennis Gilbert hoping his defense can hold on here with the 9-point lead. This would be big if Timon can get some points. St. Joe's will get the ball to start the second half. So from just inside the Marauders' 43, 4 receivers set for the Tigers. Joe's showing a 4-man rush. They do rush 4. May steps up, throws for Derek Simpson, breaks a tackle. He's got to get out of bounds. He's trying to get the first down. And he gets out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. Yeah, I think he'll have it if they put it at the 34. Nope, putting it at this side of the 35. Okay, so he's going to be a little short.
3rd down and 1.
So you see Simpson fighting for those extra yards.
It's close, but I think it's a little short.
Before the 35, so it's 3rd down and 1. So you've still got time. So you want to make sure that you have an opportunity here to get the first down.
And they still do have. They've got them listed with 2 timeouts on the board. May, Connor McKenna, and Anthony Pontello chasing him. Pass to Derek Simpson is caught. That's a first down at the 30. Clock will stop momentarily.
Extra number 1.
I think you want to call timeout.
First down, mission back in St. Jude.
Yeah, he's already called it because their players are walking over to the sideline to talk things over. So 12 seconds left. Timon still has 1 timeout remaining. They're now at the 30. Now, Brendan, we know they don't kick, so they're going to try and go for the touchdown. You certainly are within range here of Brendan May's arm to put the ball into the end zone a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, now that you got first down, I think every single time you're going for the end zone here because you're about 30 yards out. But we've seen Brandon May's got a gun. So you're able to go ahead and take some shots at the end zone. You've got big receivers. So look for Derek Simpson. Look for Tyler Ringwald. I mean, this is Simpson's a 6'4", 205-pound receiver. Ringwood is a 6'3", 215 receiver. So they've got a couple big receivers and they've had success. So if I'm Timon, I still have a timeout. I can lock this one up. Even if I'm short, I can still take a timeout and come up with another play.
Simpson is to the top of the screen. You see number 1 at the very top as they go 4 receiver set from the 30 with 12 seconds to go. 4-man rush. May loads up. Ball comes out. He's hit. That's a free football. Timon recovers it at the 32. They got to call timeout right away, and they do with 3 seconds to go. So the four-man rush gets to May just as he was about to load up and throw the football.
I believe it was 18. It was the very first one to come in and disrupt that play on Brandon May, because they had everybody going downfield, and you needed your offensive line to come up and give you a little bit of time. We'll take a look at this again. And yeah, it's 18. It's McKenna that strips that ball out. And the recovery was made by Gabe Issa, the center. But that one could have, again, been disastrous for Timon if you don't hold on to that football, because you have a golden opportunity to possibly put points on the board.
Well, you wonder now if perhaps Charlie Comerford tells Brandon May to roll out a little bit just to get him out of the pocket, maybe run him to his right, I would think, to possibly get him a little space and a little time.
We've had success with that. So look for May to make some movement, and they've got.
Well, they have no receivers lined up on the right. They've got trips left. So we'll see what May does here. Caulfield, Ringwood, Simpson all lined up to the left side. May is under pressure right away, and he's not going to get the ball out. A sack. St. Joe's blitzes, and Brandon May had no time to get that ball out. And what a stand by the St. Joe's Marauders. So the fake punt that wasn't converted does not come back to haunt them. The last two plays, May can't get a pass off. Halftime here at Ralph Wilson Stadium in the Monsignor Martin semifinal matchup. St. Joe's leads Timon 21-12. More coming up on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Halftime of the Monsignor Martin Association semifinal matchup. St. Joe's leading Timon 21-12. Let's go down on the field. Amy Audubon is standing by with the head coach of the Marauders.
Thanks, Coach. You said coming into this one you thought it was going to be closer. How do you think your guys did in that first half?
You know what? We did a nice job. We made a couple of mental mistakes that we got to clean up, but not a bad half.
And Timon really looks to Simpson. He's a nice, tall receiver for them. What adjustments do your backs have to make against him?
Really, coverage-wise, no adjustments. We're running right with him. We just got to find the football when we're there, you know. That's what we did last week when we played, and that's when we had forced all the turnovers. So we just got to find the football.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
Okay.
Good luck in the second half. And we'll be right back. St. Joe's up 21 to Timon 12. Right back on Time Warner Cable Sports.
21-12, St. Joe's, the 2 seed leading Timon. Halftime here at Ralph Wilson Stadium. It's the Monsignor Martin Association semifinals. Canisius and St. Francis in the nightcap. Howard Simon, Brendan McDaniels, and Amy Audibert here. Thank you for joining us. It did not start well for Timon. They had to be flashing back to the 7-turnover game, an 18-point loss in the regular season to St. Joe's. But give the Tigers credit, they battled back in this one.
They had a really good second quarter. 2 early turnovers turn into St. Joe's touchdowns. But in the second quarter, we really saw the Timon offense get into rhythm, and they really broke their stride, got a couple touchdowns. They missed the conversions, but they're very much in this game with how well they played offensively.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. A lot of scoring, some turnovers as well from the first half of action here at the stadium. And we'll start things off with a little trickery. How about the reverse? And it ends up in the hands of Miles Young. He gets to the outside, some good blocks to start the play by his line, the quarterback, the receivers. Nice cutback at the end, and Miles Young gets a 70-yard reverse touchdown run to give the Marauders the 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Still in the first, the toss to Darren Thompson. Talk about big play scoring. This run, 57 yards as Thompson gets to the edge and outruns the Timon defenders. It's 14-0 Marauders after one. That's why we said did not start well for Timon, but the Tigers come back. On the first play of the second quarter, on 4th and 3 from the 4, it's a touchdown pass to William Lamar from Brendan May. They did not hit the 2-point conversion, so it's 14-6 at that point. Watch this pass, beautiful, right over the middle. David Archer, perfectly placed. Miles Young, his second big touchdown of the night. This one a 62-yard pass, and the Marauders jump back out by 15, 21-6. Lorenzo Thomas, look at the effort as he drives to the goal line, and the back for Timon gets a touchdown run of 4 yards. Again, they tried for 2, and they were not able to convert it, and that made it 21-12, and that's where we stand here at halftime. Still to come, we'll check out some stats from the first half, and of course, all the action in the second half. The winner of this game moves on to the Monsignor Martin Association Championship. 21-12, Marauders leading the Tigers. More coming up from Ralph Wilson Stadium on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Coach, last time you saw St. Joe's, the turnovers really seemed to kill you. What did you tell your guys in the locker room at halftime?
Got to stop turning the ball over again, and pretty much the same thing that happened in the first game, turnovers and big plays. So, when we don't let up the big play, we've been doing a decent job stopping them. So we got to start playing better defense and protect the ball.
And in a two-possession game, who are your leaders on the field and on the sideline?
Hopefully all the seniors. I mean, if they come out in the second half like they did in the first half, our season's over. So the seniors better step up.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We'll throw it back upstairs. Coach, last time you saw St. Joe's, the turnovers really seemed to kill you. What did you tell your guys in the locker room at halftime?
Welcome back to Ralph Wilson Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. We're moments away from the start of the third quarter. Up for grabs tonight, a berth in the championship game in the Monsignor Martin Association. St. Joe's halfway there, leading Timon 21-12. Amy Audibert standing by with the Tigers head coach, Charlie Comerford.
Coach, last time you saw St. Joe's, the turnovers really seemed to kill you. What did you tell your guys in the locker room at halftime?
Got to stop turning the ball over again, and pretty much the same thing that happened in the first game, turnovers and big plays. So, when we don't let up the big play, we've been doing a decent job stopping them. So we got to start playing better defense and protect the ball.
And in a two-possession game, who are your leaders on the field and on the sideline?
Hopefully all the seniors. I mean, if they come out in the second half like they did in the first half, our season's over. So the seniors better step up.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We'll throw it back upstairs.
All right, Amy, thanks. No question what the message was at halftime to the seniors, apparently, from Charlie Comerford. And, you bring up that game, Brendan, 2 weeks ago at Timon. St. Joe's won 44-26. We brought up the 7 turnovers. And